Discover the most intriguing verse in the Bible that almost no one talks about. Why is it so ignored, and what can it reveal about your spiritual life? Have you ever wondered why some Bible verses seem to go unnoticed even though they are deeply significant? Today we will explore one of these rarely mentioned verses that can completely change how you understand your faith. Pay attention until the end because what we are about to reveal is impactful. Imagine a hidden treasure within words you've read or heard many times before. Something with the power to transform your spiritual perspective, but for some reason is overlooked. This verse is a true invitation to see the Bible in a completely new way. Before diving into the verse itself, it's important to understand the context in which it is placed. Many biblical texts gain depth when we analyze the historical, cultural, and spiritual environment in which they were written. This particular verse is set at a crucial moment in biblical history when God is delivering a powerful message to his people. To understand better, picture the scenario. The people of Israel were facing. This backdrop helps us grasp the urgency and depth of the words contained in this verse. The verse we are talking about is Ecclesiastes 12:13. Now that all has been heard, here is the conclusion. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the duty of all mankind. But what does this mean exactly, and why is it so often ignored? Some scholars suggest that the reason lies in its symbolic depth, which can be difficult to interpret at first glance. Others believe it challenges common beliefs or addresses uncomfortable topics. Regardless of the reason, the fact is that this text holds an incredible message that deserves reflection. For example, when we analyze the phrase, fear God and keep his commandments, we see that it carries a symbolism pointing to a call for reverent submission and obedience, presented as the foundation of true life. This symbolism was something the people of that time understood intuitively, but over time, it may have been lost in superficial interpretations. Think about it. How often do we pass through Bible passages without truly understanding them, or ignore them because they seem less relevant? This verse is an invitation to go beyond the surface, seeking a deeper and more personal understanding of God's Word. Let's uncover the hidden meanings in this text. Keywords like the idea of fearing God and obedience as a principle of life reveal that above all human achievements, a relationship with God and adherence to his commandments are what truly give meaning to existence. Let's also consider practical applications. For example, how can you bring this teaching into your daily life? This text challenges us to live a life focused on divine principles, even in a world that values the fleeting and the material. In times of moral and spiritual crises, the need to find stability and purpose through a sincere relationship with God is highlighted. This message reminds us that even in the face of modern challenges like anxiety and the relentless pursuit of success, the true meaning of life lies in following God's commandments. There is something powerful in the simplicity of this verse. Often it is in the most discreet passages that we find the deepest messages. Over the years, theologians and biblical scholars have debated its meaning, suggesting that it conveys not just an imposition but a path to peace and purpose. Now let's connect this verse to our reality. How can this message be applied to your life? In times of uncertainty and challenges, this text reminds us of the centrality of fearing God and obedience as the foundation of a full and meaningful life. The story of Joshua, who led Israel faithfully and was blessed for his obedience to God's commandments, is a clear illustration of how this teaching was manifested in the past. Today it continues to inspire us to adopt a God-centered lifestyle, prioritizing divine commandments over worldly interests. By understanding the depth of this verse, we are drawn closer to God and gain a clearer understanding of his word. It's as if we are discovering a spiritual treasure that has been hidden all along. This verse teaches us that there are no unimportant words in the Bible. Every passage has something to say if we are willing to listen. So how about revisiting the scriptures with a fresh perspective, searching for these hidden treasures? If this video touched your heart, leave a comment sharing what you found most interesting. Subscribe to the channel for more biblical insights and spiritual curiosities. And remember, God's Word is full of messages that can transform your life.